Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tech Talk Tonight. This is episode number 28. I am currently here with Gavin Raycamper.
Hello, everyone.
Which that's
How's
who you
it going,
see right
Brayden?
now. Interesting. I'm great. I'm well. How are you,
Is that
sir?
Facebook you have on the screen?
That
Turn
is
it off.
that is Facebook.
I'm not allowed
that was.
to see Facebook for Lent.
Oh, dude, did I just mess up your Lent thing?
No,
That's
I can
kinda
see it.
cool.
I just can't get on it.
Oh, I see.
But it makes it worse.
See, now it comes
just
up.
seeing it, and
Why? Why did you give it up for Lent, Gavin? Let's kind of did we touch on
we've
that
talked
already?
about this because it's a time sink.
Well, is it still a time sink that you're going with, or are you actually starting to Jones for it now?
Like Jones Soda.
No, like want to be there and see what's going on in the Facebook verse.
No, I mean honestly, I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years, probably 3 or 4, and every year, like the first week, it's hard, because you're just like addicted and you like automatically go there. The second week, you like think about it still. You're like, I wonder what's happening, and then from the third week on, you just don't even think about it, which is kind of weird because when you're not in the Facebook thing, like things are happening all the time, like between people and between groups that you're just not privy to at all.
Right.
And people don't talk about it in real life, so you just have no clue what's going on.
Like I wouldn't know about parties and stuff that are going on. Like,
Okay,
right
well that's
now.
my one exception. I set event email alerts and also message email alerts because I feel like if I don't respond to messages, that's just rude, and I need to know about events. So those are the two things I do get out of the system, but it's only in my email.
That kind of sounds like cheating. I'm not gonna lie.
False.
All right, we'll stick with it. Chat room, how you doing tonight? Welcome to the
Apparently
show.
they love Jones Soda. I think that's a very hipster thing.
Is it hipster? Why would that be hipster?
Jones Soda is totally hipster, dude.
All right, all right.
Just like, have you seen IE6 as hipster? IE6 hipster on Twitter.
No, what's IE6 hipster? What now? Oh, okay. Since that's like the going away browser and stuff, that's the hipster of the browser world now. Is that what we're saying?
It's twitter.com/hipster IE6, and it's pretty hilarious. Like things like comments like, "I'm not old, I'm just retro,"
I get it.
or "I ironically set my default search provider to Yahoo."
No, I think it all just needs to go away. I don't think you
Or-
need to be hipster as far as your browser goes.
Facebook, MySpace, I still use AngelFire.
Wait, isn't AngelFire, didn't that get shut down even before GeoCities did?
Yeah, GeoCities was up until like a year ago.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
my
AngelFire
old,
fell before then. Anyway, doesn't matter.
All right, what are the news stories? for
News
this week,
stories. Well, real quick, since we missed last week, I apologize. It was my fault. Final Cut Pro came out, and there was the big NAB show.
Brayden? Yes, our two viewers were sitting on the edge of their seats, waiting to hear the show, and they were saddened with your absence.
I apologize. You should do the show remotely somehow. We need to set that up. You just host the entire show. I'll put a little
I
stick
just
figure
open my
in my
laptop
chair.
and I just go.
Yeah, why not? You should
I
do
just
that.
let loose.
That's what you should do. I'll give you the password for all the live streaming stuff, and it'll all be good. You probably already know it. Actually, I don't think you would.
There's only one thing we missed last week. Well, one or two. The first thing is that there's a new Final Cut out there or something.
Yep.
Did you hear about this?
Yes, I need to delve into all the little details and new stuff that they've put into it, but it basically looks like they have taken all the little advancements that they've done for iMovie, and then they came out with basically an iMovie for the iPhone and stuff. Well, they took all the neat ideas that they thought up for those and put it back into their actual professional audio editing, professional video editing program, and created a new kind of layout for the way things are managed in Final Cut, and it looks like they finally spent time and gave us a nice upgrade. And it's only going to cost $300, which is nice, which I will be purchasing here shortly. Well, it's not quite out yet, and I'll probably wait until like a month after it's been released just to make sure that it's not completely crap. We'll see how the reviews go, and then.
Dude, there's no way it's gonna be completely crap. They've been working on that since for like years and years. They said.
They've been working on it for years and years, but I already have Adobe Premiere. Adobe Premiere is by far, well, in my opinion, Adobe Premiere as of right now beats the current Final Cut.
And you're a Mac fanboy, so that's.
I am a Mac fanboy. I'm kind of an Adobe fanboy though too. I'll admit that.
But they're saying the new Final Cut makes it look more like Premiere. So your skills that you know in Premiere will transfer over to Final Cut, but also there are some nice little perks. So
I'm okay.
That might be your video editor of choice in the future.
And yeah, being at that price point, I'm looking forward to it.
It's still not free like Windows Movie Maker.
No, but you can't do a lot of things with Windows Movie Maker, like anything.
Hey man, I make some sweet titles with the Arial font.
Moving on. Next story.
So let's skip the Adobe story because we've got too much good stuff.
All right.
The Portal 2 release yesterday.
Yes.
Have you heard about this, Braden?
Okay. First off, did you do stumbling on words already? The potato sack. Did you hear anything about that?
What's the potato sack?
Okay, to get the Portal 2 released early, which I don't think it was that early, like maybe hours early. Steam, Valve, released this whole plethora of indie games, and basically they called it the potato sack, and if there were so many people logged in playing for a certain amount of time of these games and it like completed, they were going to release and send out Portal 2 across stream early. And the whole
So did they eventually do it?
Yes. And the whole idea of the potato sack was part of the thing in the game is that they're running computers battery powered by potatoes. That's the tie-in. Because potatoes will give out 1.1 volts, and that's how much voltage was needed to run some of the a certain computer in the game. I won't spoil anything.
Yeah, don't spoil it. I want to play it full through and through. I've still got. Is Portal a game I had to buy on the thing that one time we were doing the thing? Do you remember that?
I don't remember exactly which game you bought, but Portal is.
I think it might be Portal.
Try out Portal. It's fun.
I mean, it looks fun. I want to like video games, but I just never can bring myself to actually play them because they seem like a total and 100%, 150% complete waste of time.
See, I don't see that at all. It's not wasting time if it's amusing you. If it's entertaining you, it shouldn't be a waste of time.
That is a waste of time. That's the definition of waste of time.
Why is that a definition of waste of time? Entertainment?
Because you're not contributing anything productive to society.
Why do you need to be productive to society at all times?
Okay, maybe like 5 minutes a day you can play video games. I'll give you a 5-minute video game allowance.
What about this? The fact that you paid money for that game, which puts money into the economy, which somehow helps out society in the long run.
I mean, possibly you can make an argument like that, but then you're just one of the cronies working for the man.
Who is me in the chat room? Somebody's logged in as Braden and is basically completely agreeing with you.
That's hilarious. You go, Braden.
Braden H is my official name in the chat room.
No,
anyway.
The official Braden is Braden in the chat room.
That is completely false, but whatever. Booyah. Booyah.
Oh, man. So you're going to be buying a BlackBerry Playbook anytime soon, Braden?
I don't think I'm going to be buying a Playbook. I do not know of how any type of tablet device is going to work in my workflow if it can't give me... I just answered in the chat room.
Well, so a reason why you're definitely not going to, I think, is that news came out this week that the BlackBerry Playbook, which is essentially an iPad but RIM's version of it,
right,
is that you can only get email on it if you have a BlackBerry and you have it like tethered via Bluetooth to it.
But Gavin, I do all of my email through a web client. Is that still going to work for me?
But you're not going to have the default BlackBerry messaging experience, and it's not going to be as native. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, I think this is a major issue for the playbook. The playbook does have some really cool things. It's built on a totally new processor.
Right.
They have a WebKit browser, so it's going to be more like Safari. It should be cool, but I think they're making some major mistakes, some basic mistakes here.
I agree, because why wouldn't they see? They're like known for their email type devices and stuff. Why are they?
Yeah, they're a messaging phone. I mean,
Right.
I feel like that's why they're making these decisions because they want to. Their core business is their messaging,
I see.
and they want to make sure people have Blackberries and can use it. But it's also possibly security issues, right? Because corporations use these things and it's all encrypted and such.
Bummer. And Braden just
I don't know.
put in the
That's all I
chat room
got.
as well. All right, moving on then. Dropbox. You're telling me the Dropbox isn't securing my files? They gonna pass them
speaking
off
of
to the
security,
government?
like that's one thing that is not 100% secure anymore. Dropbox just today changed their terms of service, saying that if the government comes to them with a judicial order, they can release your files to a court. Which honestly is not that surprising. Like all the major Gmail does this,
Right.
Yahoo Mail does this. Like
Yes.
most internet properties will do so because they're United States based and they're under the court of law in the United States. But they actually put it in their terms of service today, so we know that that would happen if the case ever arises.
I didn't agree to any new terms of service, though.
I mean,
Don't
I
I
think you
have to agree to them?
implicitly agree to them by using the product.
I thought that shouldn't I get like a little notification like you need to update your agreement with the terms of service and all that fun stuff?
I don't know.
No?
I'm not a legal scholar. Maybe we should get a
You
legal
just-
scholar on next week. Isn't that what we said last week?
In the pre-part of this show, you said that you were all familiar with law and that you should be president.
I'm
I'm calling you out.
gonna have to plead the Fifth Amendment there.
I don't think the Fifth Amendment applies to the internet. But I'm no legal scholar. Just saying.
Well, and it's also a free service, so I think you get what you pay for.
This is true.
Is what the judge will tell
It's
you.
not all free, but anyway. Moving on. What else do we got here? Why did you have me pull up this picture?
Oh, so the iPhone's tracking you. You don't have an iPhone, right?
Don't have an iPhone.
Okay, so I can't track you, but I have an iPhone. And apparently, since June, with the iOS 4 software, the iPhone has been systematically recording locations of its iPhone users in an unencrypted file located on the device.
Interesting. Nice little
So,
picture there of this.
presumably, if you steal someone's iPhone and you know how to read this file,
Okay.
you can see where they've been for the past year. Isn't that crazy?
But knowing my locations for the past year, how is that going to help somebody?
I mean,
they gonna
it's
figure
not
out where I
important
live,
about,
or
like-
are they gonna?
It's not important about what, like, how it would be bad. It's that you have an understanding of privacy with your phone. I mean, you know that your carrier knows where you are, or
Right.
at least they know which antenna you're connected to, so they know the general geographic location. But you kind of have an assumption that your phone is not recording your location. It's kind of overbearing government dictator-y, you know?
I don't know actually.
You don't agree. So
No.
you would be happy, you would be fine with someone getting your exact location for the past year.
I don't know how that's gonna hurt me. I mean, it's more like my current location. If they found that out,
Or your future location.
I guess. But I think if you watch this podcast, you would kind of know. Like we've talked about where we work and stuff before, and where I'm at school, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much out on the internet already. Maybe that's the problem.
I think in the future, privacy is going to be it's going to be a real issue that our generation faces, in that how much of your life is lived in the digital space and how much is public, how much is private, things like that. It's going to be really interesting to see how things happen in terms
Okay.
of privacy.
So what do we do? Throw away our cell phones, close our Facebook accounts, get offline,
Well, you just have to
encrypt
understand
everything.
the risks, right? Like, I think a lot of the general public don't understand that, like, most iPhone users aren't ever going to know that the iPhone is tracking their location. They don't follow these stories.
Right.
Most of the public doesn't know that the Internet Archive, archive.org, archives like everything on the internet. So anything you put out there is going to be probably going to be available forever.
It's true.
There's like most people don't look through their Facebook privacy settings. Things like that are going to be a real hot button issues. I feel like in the future.
Okay, so they're going to be issues. How do we deal with them? We need to figure this out right here and right now.
Well,
and
I mean, if
inform our
I
couple
had the
viewers
answers,
here.
I would save them until I run for president, and then I can tell everyone those answers.
I see. We're shaping up your presidential platform here.
Exactly.
All right, I got it.
Maybe Obama won't be running by that time.
Supposedly there's being a book being released within the next few short days or something like that. It's the #2 seller or something right now, and it's gonna like end his presidency as soon as it's released or something. It's the #2 seller on Amazon.
What? No.
Something.
Are they saying it's Obama's Kenyan birth certificate?
Yeah, the book is like entitled "Where's the Birth Certificate" or something like that. Which
man.
That was one of the things I listened to on the way home. I was flipping through a lot of radio stations on the way home, and the Glover show was talking about, well, it could say
Danny
that...
Glover?
No? I don't know. I don't know what the actual show is. I don't listen to him that much.
Okay, go on.
But the one thing that they thought that could be on his birth certificate is that he's Caucasian, because his mother is white. And when you're born and you're mixed, they normally put the race of the mother on the birth certificate, especially at the time that he was born. So
in Hawaii or something.
Yeah.
Or Oregon.
Anyway, this isn't a political show, and I don't know any facts to any of that at all. But I don't think it really matters. The guy looks black, therefore I would say he's our first black president, and that's kind of what they were disputing.
Nah, that's all semantics now. Back in the day, like, it's all race is all getting intermingled. Like, there are NPR stories that are talking about how, like, on the census forms, it's not like easy to talk about your your origins and your background. It's getting much more complicated now. Things aren't as simple as they used to be, Braden.
Is it kind of sad that we're using phrases like "the way things used to be"? Does that make you feel old? That kind of changed subject here.
I've been using those phrases since I was 9.
All right, that's fine. We do deal.
I had a receding hairline when I was 11. That's probably why I wasn't Jesus.
To preface that, we were talking about a 8th grade play that we both partook in. I was Jesus. If moving on, do we have any more stories? Tech related, because this is Tech Talk tonight.
I think we have a show title. I'm Jesus.
Show title. There we go. Got it. We haven't done one of those in a while.
Some stuff about Lady Gaga and how he rejected Weird Al's song approval. Who's Weird Al again? He's he makes songs.
Who's Weird Al? Come on. Anyway, Weird Al, parody songwriter. Amish Paradise is one of his big ones. White and Nerdy was one of the recent ones. And now this one is called Perform This Way. Which, let me ask you this. Have you seen the music video for Born This Way from Lady Gaga?
No, but is it like Walk This Way?
No.
Walk This Way!
It's very trippy. I recommend... No, I don't recommend it to everybody out there. I recommend it for you to go watch it, and I want to see your reaction.
Oh yeah, the American Pie Star Wars song is good, Julie says.
Yes, I can...
That's the classic. I think that is the #1
All right.
Weird Al song.
A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Naboo was under an attack. And I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could talk the Federation into maybe cutting them a little slack.
That's enough.
But their response, it didn't thrill us. They locked the doors and tried to kill us. But we escaped from that gas and met Jar Jar and Boss Nass. We took a bongo from the scene, and we went to Theed to see the Queen. We all wound up on Tatooine. That's where we met, and it would be awesome if I could pull my wallet out right now and show a picture of Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker.
Anyway.
I know that song.
Anyway, the nerd rating of our show is going to be going up on iTunes when you download it this week.
Awesome.
What else do people have to know about our show, Braden?
We show weird movies from YouTube. Like this one.
Are we going to show this?
We're showing it right now, maybe, if this goes. Haha! Here we go. Maybe. I hit play. It's not playing. Now it's
It has
playing.
no audio, so we can talk over it, right?
Right. There's no audio in the actual thing either, I don't think.
Okay, this is just like a little Indian...
So we have this train coming. And it's in this marketplace that they have vegetables all around. And they must have this, like, figured out to a T, because the train just goes right over their little vegetable carts and trays. And
that is outrageous. It's totally going over the veggies.
This guy
and
is
they're like,
a mere
like
half
they're
foot
within
away from a
inches
train.
Of the train.
And there's all their little roof canopy things, and they just put them right back out, and there is their market.
And the market's back.
That is impressive.
That's
outrageous. What that is.
In this day and age, United States people won't get within 100 feet of a railway.
I think it's actually illegal to be that close to a train, because they think you'll sabotage it for some reason. Probably. You can talk to our next show tonight is batting practice with Nathan Muni and Doug Litteken and Michael Dryden. Did you know this, Braden? I did know this because I run the board for it and know
so
nothing.
people should stay tuned. But you can ask him. We'll talk about between the shows about how he used to put coins on the train tracks. Did you ever do that as a child, Braden?
I did. Actually, I did it at Six Flags. That was actually the best place to do it because the train goes really slow there and like slowly press the thing, and then I just had to go pick it up because, you know, it went slow and smashed it. It didn't like hit it and make it fly all the way off the track. It's a good time.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes.
Stick around. Make sure you come back next week. Check out our past shows archive over there. And what else do people have to know, Braden?
Other stuff like our Twitter handles, which mine's @BradenH. You can find me there, Gavin R. And, you know, keep a lookout for all the fun shows that we're doing over here at Slim Productions now. Because, you know, we have 2 of them, and one of them that might be coming back, and others in the works.
Indeed.
Yes, and email us with questions if you have any. Like, your computer broke, and we'll fix it live on air magically with our mind powers.
That would be good, wouldn't it? If we took fixing calls, we could fix people's computers live.
Sure. Let's break somebody's computer and force them to call in.
All right, I'll bring my hammer next week.
Awesome, I have one handy. Cool. And with that, thank you, everybody. This has been Tech Talk Tonight, episode number 29, I believe. We've done 29 of these.
28.
28? Nope. I've definitely put 29.
That's it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.